This day in history of the Walt Disney World Resort for December 31st, New Year's Eve. On this day in history, December 31st, 1992, celebrate 70s style as the new 8 Tracks Club opens on Pleasure Island at the Walt Disney World Resort. Club goers can dust off their bell-bottoms and butterfly collars and dance to great hits such as YMCA and The Hustle. The disco ball spins while more than 50 TV monitors broadcast various shows and videos from the 70s. For guests who just cannot get over their Saturday night fever, 8 Tracks was the place to go.
December 31st, 1995. The World of Motion Pavilion at Walt Disney World's Epcot closes. This attraction took a look at the history and achievements in transportation. The grand finale of the attraction attempted to predict a real future for transportation, and at the ride's conclusion, visitors exited into the Trans Center, where they could catch a number of shows, including the ever-popular The Bird and Robot Show, about the importance of the GM assembly line. The World of Motion Pavilion was an opening day attraction at Epcot Center in 1982, and it closed its doors to make way for Disney's Test Track.
Ladies and gentlemen, because GE brings good things to life, in just 15 minutes, Epcot and GE Lighting will present Illuminations 2000, Reflections of Earth.
December 31st, 1999. Illuminations 2000, Reflections of Earth officially debuts in Epcot in the World Showcase Lagoon at the Walt Disney World Resort. This elaborate fireworks, laser, water, and light show celebrates the turn of the century as part of the Walt Disney World Millennium Celebration. It will prove to be so successful that after the celebration ends, the 2000 was dropped from the name and the show was continued at a cost of approximately $17,000 per show.
December 31st, 2002. The Twilight Zone Tower of Terror's new random drop sequence officially debuts at Disney's MGM Studios. After the original attraction opened in 1994, Disney Imagineers created a second show enhancement in 1996 that featured a double drop for elevator riders, and in 1999, a third show enhancement featured the slogan, "Fear Every Drop" was introduced. And on this day in history, Tower of Terror 4 places the computers in control of the ride experience, making each sequence random.
AT&T thanks you for traveling with us. We now invite you to sample the future of communication in AT&T's global neighborhood.
December 31st, 2002. After a 20-year run as the only corporate sponsor of Epcot's Spaceship Earth, AT&T chooses not to renew their contract. Eventually, the contract is picked up by German company Siemens AG, and later, after a lengthy renovation, is reopened in 2007.
December 31st, 2005. Walt Disney World's Timekeeper attraction plays its final show. The attraction was placed on a seasonal schedule in April of 2001 and experienced a hard time after the terrorist attacks on September 11th, when not only was there a decrease in tourism all over Walt Disney World, but the Timekeeper film featured a scene that included the World Trade Center towers. However, Timekeeper was able to last 5 more years after Imagineers registered his clock to the current year as 2000, placing him in a time prior to the attacks. The attraction originally opened in November of 1994 and will close for good in February 2006. In early 2007, the former location of the Timekeeper will become home to Monsters, Inc. Laugh Floor.
And that's this day in history of the Walt Disney World Resort for December 31st. Be sure to catch the next episode with some changes at Disney World's Delta Dream Flight. Happy New Year!